Unit 2, Time Domain Representation of LTI System, Part 2. So, before going to the graphical convolution, in the previous lecture we have seen the convolution sum, convolution integral. Now, before going to this, we will see what is exactly, we will repeat what is linear time invariant system. So, a linear time invariant system is a system which satisfies both linearity and time invariance property. The LTI system are mathematically easy to analyze and characterize, consequently easy to design. Also, it is highly useful signal processing algorithm have been developed utilizing this class of the system over the last several decades. So, the in time domain characterization of LTI system, there is an input output relationship, and it can be shown that a consequences of the linear time invariance property is that an LTI discrete time system is completely characterized by its impulse response. So it has input output relationship, and it can be shown that a consequences of a linear time invariance property is that an LTI discrete time system is completely characterized by its impulse response. Now, knowing the impulse response, one can compute the output of the system for any arbitrary input. Now consider H and denote the impulse response of LTI discrete time system. Then we can compute its output yn for the input. So xn is 5.5 delta n plus 2 plus 1.5 delta of n minus 1 minus delta into n minus 2 plus 0.75 delta into n minus 5. As the system is linear, we can compute its output for each member of the input separately and add the individual output to determine y of n. Now, since the system is time invariant, if input is delta of n plus 2, then output is h of n plus 2. If input is delta n minus 1, output h of n minus 1. If input is delta of n minus 2, output h of n minus 2. If input delta n minus 5, then output is h of n minus 5. Similarly, if 0.5 delta of n plus 2 is the input, then 0.5 h of n plus 2 is output. So in this way, we can write the output as the system is linear. So because of the linear property, we can write yn equal to, we can write this equation in terms of n. Now, any arbitrary input sequence x of n can be expressed as a linear combination of delayed and advanced unit sample sequence in the form xn is equal to summation of k goes from minus infinity to infinity x of k delta of n minus k. The response of the LTI system to an input x of k delta of n minus k will be x of k h of n minus k. So the response yn to an input is xn equal to summation k goes from minus infinity to infinity xk delta of n minus k. Now we have seen the convolution sum also. It has different properties like commutative property, associative property, distributive property. So this is what we have seen already in the previous lecture. Now there is also there is one more point, that is classification of LTI discrete time system. So first is based on the impulse response length. If the impulse response Hn is of finite length, then Hn is equal to 0 for small n less than capital N1 and small n greater than capital N2. So capital N1 is less than capital N2, and then it is known as finite impulse response, that is FIR discrete time system. The convolution sum description here is given by yn equal to summation of k equal to n1 to n2 hk x of n minus k. Now the output yn of FIR LTI's discrete time system can be computed directly from the convolution sum, as it is a finite sum of the product. Example of FIR LTI's discrete time system are the moving average system and the linear interpolators. If the impulse response is of infinite length, then it is known as infinite impulse response, that is IR discrete time system. The class of IR system we are concerned with this is characterized by the linear constant coefficient difference equation. Next is the classification based on output calculation process. So in that there are two types, non-recursive system, recursive system. Now what is non-recursive system? Here the output can be calculated sequentially, knowing only the present and the past input samples. And what is recursive system? Here the output computation involves the past output samples in addition to the present and the past input samples. Next is the classification based on the coefficients. So real based on coefficient, it has two type: real discrete time system, the impulse response samples are real valued, and second is complex discrete time system, the impulse response samples are the complex value. So this is all about the classification of LTI discrete time system based on different parameters. So now here this diagram, this is the graphical convolution example. Now suppose that f of t is equal to g of t, where f of t is rectangular pulse depicted in the figure of height 1. The f of t is equal to g of t. This value is 1 for t is in between 0 to capital T, and its value is 0 otherwise. So this function is shown by using this diagram, where its value is 1 for in between 0 to t and otherwise, at other value, otherwise its value is 0. Now next is case 1, that is if t is less than 0. If t is less than 0, then the diagram is shown here. The function is y of t integration minus infinity to infinity f of g of t minus t dt, which is equal to 0. So this is shown in this diagram. The function g of t minus t has value 1 in between t and t minus t. At other places its value is 0. Next case second is if t is greater than equal to 0 and if it is less than t. So if it is greater than equal to 0, there is an overlapping of the signal. Next is the case 3. If t is in between t and 2t. So there is also overlapping and the integration equation is written here. So if t is in between capital T and if it is greater than capital T less than 2t, then diagram for this is shown here. Next is if t is greater than 2t, then it has value 1 between t and t minus t, otherwise its value is 0. That is, here cases are shown with changing the values of t. So output for this is y of t equal to 0 for first condition, for second condition it is t, for third condition it is 2t minus t, and for fourth condition it is 0. Next is Now this is the diagram for the example of resistor. Now, the LTI system can be characterized completely by their impulse response. So, the properties can also be characterized by their impulse response. So, commutative property of LTI system, a property of the convolution in both continuous commutative property. A property of convolution in both continuous and discrete time is commutative operation. So, this commutative property states that the order in which signals are converted can be exchanged. So AN into BN, it is convolution actually, equal to Bn convolution An. Now if An is the input to the system Bn, then output is Yn, and if Bn is the input to the system An, then so Yn is the output. So we can write x of t conversion h of t equal to h of t convolution x of t, which is equal to integration minus infinity to infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau d tau. So this is commutative property. Next is associative property. So the associative property of convolution describes how three or more signals are convolved. So An convolution Bn convolution Cn is equal to An into bracket Bn convolution Cn. So if Xn is the input to the H1 of n block and it is then connected to H2 of n, then output is Yn. Then if Xn is the input to first H2n, then H1n, then also Yn is the output. Also Xn is the input for H1n convolution H2n, then Yn is the output. Now this property is for both discrete time and continuous time system. For LTI system, the change of order of the cascaded system will not affect the response. For non-linear system, the order of cascaded system in general cannot be changed. For example, a two memoryless system, one being multiplication by 2 and the other squaring the input and the output are different if the order is changed. Next is distributive property. This property of convolution describes how parallel systems are analyzed. So if an in convolution bn plus an convolution cn, then it is equal to an convolution into bracket bn plus cn. If x of n is the input to h1n and h2n, then output of these two h1 and h2n is given to the adder and output is y of n. That is, then xn is input to the h1n plus h2n, then yn is the output. For both discrete time and continuous time system, the property means that the summing of the output of two systems is equivalent to a system with impulse response, which is equal to the sum of the impulse response of two individual systems. For both discrete and continuous time system, the property means that the output of two systems is equivalent to a system with an impulse response equal to the sum of the impulse response of the two individual systems. The distributive property of the convolution can be exploited to break a complicated convolution into a several simpler user. For example, an LTI system has an impulse response Hn equal to Un with an input Xn equal to half raised to n un plus 2 raised to n u of minus n. Then since the sequence xn is non-zero along the entire time axis, direct evaluation of such a convolution is somewhat tedious. Instead, we can use the distributive property to express yn as the sum of the result of two simpler convolution problems. So this is all about distributive property. There are some more properties of LTI system. We have seen the commutative, distributive, associative. Then the next is convolving with an impulse, memory, invertibility, causality, stability, unit step response. Now, system memory. We have seen the commutative, distributive, associative properties. Now the system memory. A system is a memoryless, for example static, if for any time t equal to t1, the value of the output at time t1 depends only on the value of the input at time t1. In other words, the value of the output signal depends only on the present value of the input signal. Next is invertibility and inverse system. A system is invertible if the input of the system can be recovered from the output of the system. For example, this concept is important in communication application. So if x of t is input to the ht and output of this ht is yt, which is given to the h1t, then output is wt, which is equal to x of t. Next property is causality. A causal system depends only on the present and the past values of the input to the system. Next is stability. In stable system, a bounded input results in a bounded output. Unit step response of LTI. So these are the properties of linear time invariant system. So convolution is a mathematical operation of obtaining the third function from the two others, describing how one of the function changes form of other. The convolution can be gt equal to ft convolution h of t. Now there is one more property, inversion property. If the LTI system is an inverting function, then h1t conversion h2t equal to delta of t and h1n conversion h2n equal to delta of n. Now here h1t, h2t, h1n, h2n. These are the responses of the input and output functions in the case of continuous time and the discrete time functions. The stability property. Now let us assume stability property. Let us assume that the input function is limited. So f of t is less than a and fn is less than b. Then, considering the convolution sum and integral, we can understand if the output function is stable, that is g of t is less than integration of minus infinity to infinity a of h of phi d phi. So the output function gt will be stable if integration minus infinity to infinity h phi d phi is less than infinity. For time domain system, the time invariance is useful property. For complex or real system, linearity is useful property for complex or real time domain system. The combination of these properties is extremely useful. The linear time invariant system turn out to be particularly simple with sinusoidal input. Given a sinusoid at the input, the output of the LTI system will be a sinusoidal with the same frequency, although the possibly a different phase and amplitude. Now given an input that is described as the sum of sinusoidal of certain frequencies, the output can be described as the sum of the sinusoids with the same frequency, although possibly with phase and amplitude changes. So a straightforward way to show that LTI system has this property is start by the considering complex exponential. Next is so linear time invariant system has two properties, linearity property and the time invariant property. And the behavior of the LTI system is completely described by its impulse response. The convolution obeys the normal arithmetic rules for the multiplication. Then the transference between the input and output. Now this is a way of thinking about a common situation in a signal processing. A linear change made to the input signal results in the same linear change being made to the output signal. So if x of n is given to the h of n and the linear change, then output of hn will be yn and it has the same linear change. Then x dash of n is the input to the hn, then output is y dash of n. Many physical systems can be modeled accurately as a LTI system, we can solve mathematically the equations that model LTI system for both continuous time and discrete time system. Many times we model a general signal in terms of linear combination of basic signal. Now the function x1 and x2 dot dot are standard function for which an LTI system response is much easier to find, that is the response of xn. The system response, that is the output, is then the same of response of the standard function. The convolution sum in case of discrete time system, the convolution integral in case of continuous time system. So in order to analyze any system, initially the system model is developed. Then system model is basically a set of mathematical equation which satisfies the behavior of the system. To obtain a system model, the relationship between the different variable of the system is developed. For example, in case of electrical network, the equation related to the voltage and current are developed. Then any unwanted variable are eliminated and equation is developed to obtain the relationship between input and output. For example, the model for RC and RLC circuit. So this is to develop LTI system in terms of its response to the unit impulse. Thank you.